separation. Trustee Weir, you have a motion?
Yeah, I move to approve the superintendent separation agreement as discussed and closed.
I will second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments?
I have a comment. So I pray that this board would turn from the deceitfulness so that our children's education may be placed above everything. But it's obvious to me that for the last 7 months, this board's only interested in themselves and covering up their own indiscretions. This board should not be making decisions. Members of this board have attempted to poison the investigation, and when that didn't succeed, attempted to discredit the investigator by spreading rumors and lies in the community about an educator that has decades of honorable service. Members of this board attempted to utilize the investigation for their own purposes to hunt down an alleged victim who was pregnant and photograph her, which had no relevance to the approved investigation, but was self-serving. Members have spread misinformation to the public and outright lied to protect themselves. This board has and continues to ignore credible information from educators, staff, and the public. This board has continued to ignore basic facts that are backed up by evidence that is known to be true. Instead, this board has gone off the rails to make up and discredit those speaking and seeking the truth, including having a father arrested. This community should be demanding why some of this board are going to such extreme measures to hide the truth. What do some members of this board have to gain? Members have used district resources to attack other members in the hopes of silencing the truth. Trustee Weston and I have continuously been attacked since I brought forward credible information and continue to seek truth. I have never asked for anything than following sound protocol and seeking the truth to protect this district. The bad faith 5 on the board have only sought to destroy the board through slandering us and forcing us to resign. What has taken place specifically against Trustee Weston is appalling and, in my opinion, an abuse of power by leaders of this board. I seek to serve the most precious gift that is on this earth, and that is our children. While most of us on this board have made it impossible, I will continue to work towards serving our students. If this board chooses any type of financial agreement at this point, I can only assume that it is hush money to keep the secrets of some trustees deeply hidden from the public to protect the trustees' own interest. Trustee Weston and I are not going anywhere. We are here on this board to stand for the truth and protect the children of Round Rock ISD from those trustees that have and would continue to use their power and district resources of hundreds of millions of dollars for anything else than educating the children of Round Rock ISD. Proverbs 12:22 states, "The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in those that tell truth." I will continue to pray that the truth be sought in all actions of this board. The members that have continued to be deceitful and dishonest should resign immediately and save our district and our children from the shame you have brought and continue to bring to this district. You should vote no on this.
Any other comments? Trustee Weston?
So tonight is the latest chapter in what I believe has been a case study in a failure of leadership on the part of the Board of Trustees, in my view. On January 6th, 2022, this board placed the superintendent on paid administrative leave and hired an outside investigator at taxpayer expense. We received a draft report from the investigator on January 30th. We've been sitting on it for 38 days. In my view, this is excessive, and it falls short of the expectations of our community. I won't be voting for the terms of this settlement. It's not transparent. Many of us ran on a platform of transparency. This was an opportunity to finally exercise it. It feels like hush money to me. The superintendent's been on administrative leave for 61 days. I don't have any explanation for all of the delays. I kept asking to address this sooner. $25,000 spent on the investigation. And I have concerns about some of the trustees' behavior during the investigation. It's always been my view, prior to me getting elected, and especially now that I sit as a temporary steward of this seat, that the tax dollars of our community are not intended for settlements. and it is not intended to be hush money. Tax dollars, the intent of them is to educate students and to prepare them for a bright future. I am many things, but the most important thing I am is a parent, and I have children in this school district. They've spent the last decade plus of their lives growing up here, and I take the responsibility here very seriously. Again, in my view, this is a case study and a failure of leadership, and what has happened here in the last 8 months will not age well. I have real deep concerns about the future of our school district, but like Dr. Bone said, I'm not going anywhere. Truth and accountability can only be evaded for so long, and I believe both are on the march.